Finding your back inside edge is really going to help you with backwards bubbles, scissors, the C-step, the open book turn, a spread. The list is endless. If you just stand like this, I'm going to put most of my weight on here. Now, if you're not wearing toe stops, you can use the two front wheels to pivot around. Most of my weight on here, and I'm going to lean on my inside edge. But rather than doing a pivot when you go forwards, I'm going to pivot backwards, which is going to help me get the feeling of this inside edge. And to do this, we're going to also use my shoulders. So I'm going to go this way. So this shoulder is going to open right up. And that shoulder is what's going to take me. Now, when you do this, you really, really lean on this inside edge, and you can feel how the shoulder deepens that edge as you push round. So I'm going to push on this inside edge and let the foot roll. So I'm going to really push on this inside edge, let the foot roll backwards and take my shoulder. You can really feel how taking the shoulder deepens the edge. So if I don't take the shoulder, it's a lot harder. And this is what it's all about when you're skating any edge, but particularly backwards. You really need to use those shoulders. As always, don't forget to practice it on both feet. So when I'm going to put most of my weight on my left, lean on my inside edge, and it's going to be my right shoulder this time that's going to take me round. Like that. Back pulls are a really important part of backward skating, and we're going to use those as the foundation of the next move. And if you need a bit more help with them, I have got an entire video. So when you do a back pull, this foot pulls and this one goes on an inside edge. So we're going to do that movement here. So this foot's on the inside edge, and we're going to tuck this foot behind here. Now, you can feel you're leaning on that inside edge, but what we're going to do is we're going to rotate the top of your body like this and feel how that edge really deepens. That is the inside edge you need when you're going backwards. So let's try it on the other foot as well. So I'm going to tuck this foot here, and I'm here. And now I'm going to turn my upper body and really feel how deep that inside edge is now. That's really helping you find that inside edge. So we can use this when we're rolling, but we're not going to go straight to rolling like this because that feels so awkward. But what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to keep the back foot on the floor for stability, just so you can feel it and feel a bit more confident that you're nice and stable. So what I'm going to do is this back pull. So I'm going to pull here and end up on the inside edge, and then leaning on that inside edge. Then I'm going to do a back pull in the other direction and lean on the inside edge. So I'm just keeping that foot there just to support me, using my shoulders all the time. So I'm here, inside edge here. And you'll feel that the more you twist, the tighter that edge will get. And it's just a really nice way of finding the edges and the feeling of quite how far you can push the edge because you've got the other foot there to support you. So there's my inside. Make sure all your weight's on the foot that's doing the inside, and this is just there for stability. So let me show you how I would put this together as a drill, and it's great because it means you're practicing inside edges on both feet and back pulls in both directions. So I'm going to pull here and balance on the left foot. Then I'm going to go back and balance on the right foot. So here and pull, here and pull. Now, because we're using those inside edges when we go back to center and pull, you'll start to feel that you're gaining more and more momentum, and that is those inside edges working for you. The idea here is that you're going to be able to release this stabilizing leg and have it here or here, whichever you find the most comfortable. Now, bearing in mind, if you tuck it, you are in a bit more risk of touching the other foot, locking your wheels together. So it might be safer to take it here, but if you want to take it here, you absolutely can. So I'm going to go here, and then I'm going to bring my leg up here and leg up. Now remember, just the same when you do the edges forwards, it's opposite arm to leg on the insides. So if you wanted to tuck it, you would tuck it from there. Now tucking it gives you a much deeper edge. So do you remember at the very beginning when we did the tuck here, and then I twisted almost right round on myself? You can do that to deepen the edge even more and feel it rolling, but what we're doing here is quite advanced, so do make sure you're ready before you try it. Okay, so I'm here, then I'm going to rotate my upper body. Look how low I am, really, really low for this. Here, and then I'm going to rotate. Really low. But it just really gets so much control of those back inside edges. So getting control of this back inside edge is going to make so many skills easier, because say for example I'm skating backwards and I want to turn forwards. I can balance here and I can turn forwards. And you can start doing tricks. So I've got a whole video on the back inside loop, which is this. And that is again the back inside edge. And the very first spin that most people do is the back inside spin. And why is it called a back inside spin? Because it is an inside edge. So the inside is coming round here. So basically it's just a really deep back inside edge. So having control of these inside edges is just going to open up so many more skills for you. So some of the skills in this video are quite advanced, but if you just work on that backwards pivot, feeling the inside edge, and then the exercise at the chair, it's going to help with backwards bubbles, scissors, the C-step, the open book turn, a spread. The list is endless. I'm Katie, you've been watching Skatie, and I'll see you next time.